Hello, this is Sarvagya, and I would be narrating you for the journey of the project Voice Controlled Robot. Our group members are me, Sarvagya Jagadram, and Arihant. Our customers would be sick people, blind people, lazy people, disabled people, fractured people, lonely people, and old people. We want that these customers should be there because they are in huge need. The need for the robot. The need would be that if they're ill, if someone is ill, there is no servant or anyone to help. So you can command the voice control robot and it would do the thing you want. Or if you are like fractured or somewhat like that, then it can help you. You can just command it. If you are like tired of something, then also you can command it. It's just an example given. User expectation. Like it means that what do you guys expect that the robot should have? The user expects that the robot shall do the work which they say correctly and has all the functions proper. It should work properly and the lifetime shall be for much time. Like it means that the lifetime, like the robot shouldn't get destroyed really soon or something malfunctioned in it. The materials we need and the cost. So we need computer, we need Arduino Uno from which we would work. I would explain you in the later of the video. XC05, it's like a network which we can use and command it to do the work. We need male to female wires and male to male wires, 4 motors and 4 tires and a battery of 12 volt. So the price of all of these things you can see. The primary research survey, like this is the link of the primary research. You can see it. This is the Arduino. As I said, I will tell you in the later of the video. So here it is, Arduino. We like Arduino is also the app which we use to program. Arduino is the stuff as you can see. So like I would explain you. The app we use to do the programming. Arduino. It is an app to do programming for the Arduino board. It is high-level programming language. I would explain you in later of the video about the high-level programming language. What can it do? Alexa. The positive points. It can book up cab. It can play songs and we can play games. It can answer most of our questions. It can tell us the meaning of words. It can entertain us. It can switch on and off electronic gadgets. But the gadgets should be smart, like which we use. It is controlled by artificial intelligence. The continue. The negative points. It can be hacked and we can get virus to our phones which are connected to the Alexa app or Alexa. If it has problem in it, so if we have connected our lights to it, so they can be damaged. Like this sentence means that if the virus is there, so anyone can control the lights of the home and it can be damaged. It can send personal information to others on network. Yeah, this is the most important thing. It is making things easier but us lazier. But also our robot can make people lazy, but it can help. Problem of Alexa. It can't work for us. Like if we say Alexa bring some water, so it can't bring water for us. Our robot can bring water as now we have the feature to hold a glass, as there are arms and tires to move one place to another. Secondary research. Register, motor driver, low and high level programming, interpreter and compiler. These are all things I would be explaining you in the later of the video. Like register. It decreases the flow of current. Like if the resistor is of 3 volts and the current is flowing in 12 volt, so the resistor will remove 9 volt to use it later and lets the 3 volt pass through it. Like only 3 volt to pass through. Motor driver. It increases the power or speed of the flow of current. This is the picture. Low level programming. It is the computer language which it understands. We can't understand the language. Obviously, it's a machinery language. The language example is binary language. It only has 0 and 1 used in it, like the number 0 and 1. High level programming. It is our language which we can understand. The language example is Python language, Java, HTML. It has words which we can understand. This language is converted into high level language, but when we write the code, it transforms into low level programming and then the code runs. Like the program which we write in high level programming language, the computer turns it into low level programming language and then the code works. So if we are writing it into Arduino, then the robot would first initialize it in the low level programming language and then it would show us the output. Interpreter. It changes high level programming language to low level programming language line by line. So it is really slow. Compiler. It changes high level programming language to low level programming language by converting it whole program at once. So it is faster than the interpreter. Like we use this more often than the interpreter. Our first design, like we just made this drawing, um, which is not that clear. Sorry, the photo is taken like that, but this is the first design which I made on my own. Colored, obviously. The pictures of ours while learning Arduino Uno. So this is Arihant Singh over here in the first pic. Second, the specs person, which is me, and like the other person is Vansh Kalra. He's in our class. We both were like working on a single project. Next, it is again me working on Arduino Uno, and fourth, sorry, is also me. Our final design, the final design which we used to make the robot. So these are all things we had needed. Sound sensor in the first picture, Arduino Uno. This is the hole which the wires are going for the motors in the second picture. This is the outcome over here, the third picture, and the A and B are the levels shown. So I've written it there. The space for Arduino in detail, check image A. So the A, and then the bottom one, the space for motor and tires in detail, check image B. The program we made for the project. So like this is the program we used to use program. Flowchart as hard copy. Like we have made a flowchart, but it is as hard copy. We couldn't show it here. The monthly reflection, some months, like only some months reflection we have written from starting to end. July, like we have written it like one for me, one for Arihant. So July, me, you can read it or I can read it for you. In July, we researched about technology, current, electricity, ampere and power. We had a debate about technology is like we had a debate about technology if it is an invention or discovery. I was in invention. Like next July, Arihant. In July, we were researching and writing about electricity, current, power, and ampere. We also did debate about technology, either discovery or invention. I was in invention, like Arihant also. August and September, Sarvagya, like it is for me. In August and September, we started with Arduino Uno. We understood the parts, function of Arduino Uno. We also did programming. I knew most of the thing as I was learning Arduino in my club, STEM, which is August and September Arihant. We did Arduino Uno parts and functions. We started programming also after downloading software of Arduino. October and November, Sarvagya, this is for me. In October and November, we started working on Arduino, breadboard, wires, LED, and program. We started LED to blink. We had all our FAs and UUs in this month. Like not all, but yeah, the first unit exam we had it in here. We did secondary research about motor driver, resistor, low-level programming language and high-level programming language. As I told you before what they are, interpreter and compiler. And we also made form for the ideas of the robot to make it better. October and November Arihant. We had all our exam of Unit 1 in this month. FA1, FA2 and EOU. Like these three things are the exam. FA1 means like the first exam which doesn't goes in the report card. FA2 also and EOU goes in our report card. Like it's the main thing. And we did more programming and gained a lot of knowledge about Arduino. We did secondary research about motor driver, resistor, low-level programming and high-level programming, interpreter and compiler, and we also made form for the ideas of the robot to make it better. December, Sarvagya, we have written the reflections of the past months. Like we wrote the reflections of the past months in this month, like for our more things, for the class board. December, Arihant, we had written the reflections of the past month, like we did, like our reflections are the same. The changes we made in the project, measurements we had to change, like we had to change the measurements of the robot, a little bit of the design, removing some components, like we had to remove the ultrasonic sensor, like that. A little bit of the design change, like as you saw before what our design was and now what it. This is Sarvagya's reflection of the whole year. Like this is the reflection of the whole year which I made. So I think you can read it on your own or I can read it for you. During the starting of the term, we learned about circuits, currents and more as you saw in the monthly reflections. Then we learned about Arduino Uno, breadboard and wires. I enjoyed making PPTs for the theoretical part. Like the PPTs are presentations which we use as an app to make it. We were waiting that when will we do programming, and then slowly the time came. In the programming part, I was good because I knew the programming language as I have learned it before, also in different classes as I told you before. Then we all mastered the basics and the advanced part which we need to make the project work, which was voice control robot. We only learned some advanced parts for the robot which can be needed for the robot. To make the project, we were divided in groups, and in my group I had Arihant with me. As I told you, we were working in groups. Then after around 3 months the time had came to make the design of the robot. We created the design of the robot and then discussed with Sir. We had a little change in the design as I told you before. When the design was complete and the programming was done, we went down in the DT lab to create the model, which I had to do alone as Arihant was absent the day. And I really enjoyed by myself because I had a chance to use every tool myself. The other group's members were also not there, but he/she decided not to work alone, and he/she, like I have used my friend's example, started to help others. When our 85% work was complete. We were about to complete the robot in the next class, but unfortunately we couldn't, just because of coronavirus. Because our school was shut and the project was left, and the robot was incomplete. Now we are planning to finish the robot in the next term. I enjoyed the whole year of learning programming and designing. This is Arihant's reflection of the whole year. He had written it in a monthly way. In June and August, we were researching about power, electricity, and ampere. In September, we started programming and doing simple stuff. In October and November, we were doing LED programs. In December, January, February, and March, we were doing voice controlled robot and ultrasonic sensor programs. Thank you.